Homie talk for the homies. Sorry for slight hiatus, but we're here to talk about this great top 100 players list of 2011 in the NFL. And our first topic is going to be whether or not who should be on the list and who should not be on the list. You want to go first? You go first?
You go first.
Oh, okay. Two players I have. I'll start off with who shouldn't be on the list. Two players who I think should not be on the list. Chad Clifton, mainly because Jared Allen has had his way with him all the time, and what's his name? Aaron Rodgers gets a lot of hits because of Chad Clifton. And two, I haven't heard of the guy being a dominant tackle in like 3 or 4 years. And this list is supposed to be top 100 of 2011. So pretty much the best players in the league right now. Not maybe he was a top tackle before in his career, but he isn't right now, and that's what it should be about. Second person, Joshua Cribbs. Come on. Seriously? 1 touchdown. I actually got in a Facebook dispute over this for the past week on whether or not Josh Cribbs should be on the list, which the person who I called an idiot multiple times said that he should be on the list because he's a game changer. How many games are you changing with 1 touchdown, 200 and some yards receiving, and the Browns only won what? How many games did they win? 5, 6? 5 games, 6 games, 5 or 6 games. What games are you changing? He was a kick return threat in 2009. That was his best year. But to me, kick returners should not be on the list other than Devin Hester. And even Devin Hester shouldn't be as highly rated as he is. But those are my players who should not be on the list right now. And who I would replace them with. Well, there's 3 players I know that I would replace them with, but of course I'm only taking 2 out. Eli Manning should be on the list because really last season was his only bad season. He threw 25 interceptions, had 7 lost fumbles, but half of his interceptions came off his receiver's hands. A couple of them came off of tip passes at the line of scrimmage. So you can't, and I know a couple of them was just horrible throws, like 2 of them he tried to throw with his left hand, but yeah, he should be on the list. Another person who I think should be on the list, Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez.
Really?
Because he has brought the Jets to 2 AFC championship games. And to be honest, even though we've lost both of those AFC championship games, me as a diehard Jets fan, our defense lost those games for us. It was not Mark Sanchez at all. So he should definitely be on the list, Hassan. And so those are the main players, and also Maurice Pouncey, the center for the Steelers, should be on the list at least just because wasn't he an All-Pro this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is he was a rookie this year, right?
Yeah, he was a rookie.
A rookie guy who's an All-Pro doesn't make the list, and that doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, who wants to go?
Well, I'll go next, and I'll say, even though this player barely made the list, I don't think Donovan McNabb deserves to be up there. When the Redskins brought him in, they was expecting more out of him, and the Redskins, you can't put all the blame on Donovan McNabb, but when they acquired him, they were looking for him to be pretty much the franchise quarterback. And, well, not franchise quarterback, because he was declining, but, he could have definitely played better last year. And if I could put a player up there, all right, this is going to be a homer pick, all right?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna put my boy Charles Johnson on the
Oh my
list.
God.
All right, we're talking about players of 2011, right? 2011,
Yeah.
right? Okay. A lot of people said that, you know, once Julius Peppers left the Panthers, that we have no viable pass rushers that can get the job done. Last year was Charles Johnson first year starting, and he put up 11 and a half sacks. And that's not bad coming from a guy.
He did that good.
Yeah, he put up 11 and a half sacks last year. So I would definitely take off McNabb and throw Charles Johnson up there.
Didn't Johnson switch positions too? Was
Nah,
or he was always a defensive end.
He was always defensive end.
Okay.
Always defensive end. So
Person I think don't belong up there is Logan Mankins, especially for somebody that high who played only half the season. Joshua Cribbs, like you said, 2009 was his best year. What does he do for you offensively? I mean, he's 580 career receiving yards. For somebody who's a game changer, he's not even starting. I think he started 6 games last year.
And that's only because,
Muhammad Massaquoi was injured.
yeah.
You got average receivers at best. You got mediocre at best, and he can't even start at receiver. And he's a game changer, according to the dude on Facebook. There's no way in hell you could be a game changer with, fumbled the ball 7 times
Yeah.
was it last year?
last year.
Fumble ball.
Like I said, 2009 was his only year he really contributed. And to be honest, I really think if Miami didn't do the Wildcat like they did when they beat the Patriots, Joshua Cribbs would not have a role on offense. There would be no direct snap to him.
Is he even featured in the offense like
No,
that?
he ain't featured in the
That's what-
offense.
yeah.
How is a situational player a game changer?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what the guy pretty much was on Facebook was saying that because he was on the list. It was like my thing was, you're saying he should be on the list because he's on the list and the players voted him on. There's too many things when it comes to players. Players may not like certain players, so they won't vote for them. Players might be very good friends with certain players, so they'll vote for them. Of course, and of course you got a respect value too, which that's why I think some players got rated really high on the list, even though they're declining. But the only kick returners to be on the list is Devin Hester. Josh Cribbs, one great kick return year compared to Devin Hester, who's done it his entire career. So
You know what's funny about that list though? I heard that some players, they didn't even vote. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be players voting, players on the list, but I was on Twitter and I'm following Chris Harris and Troy Polamalu, and both of them said they don't know any of the players, any of their players in their on their team who actually voted on that list. So is that list really the players voting? Have y'all heard players come out and say that I voted on the list?
No, players ain't gonna come out and say that they voted on the list, because when they come out and say who they voted on the list, that's when it's gonna be a conflict. That's when they're gonna find out it's a conflict of interest, because you see Maurice Jones-Drew so low not really low on the list, but it's like you're number 30 and the guy who had one good year is ranked 5 spots higher than you. What did those people who voted for you really think of your game for you to be rated behind a second-year player? How do you look at him and say, this is why I voted you number 30?
I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's just, I think some players voted and some players didn't. Roddy White said that he didn't. So if people are willing to,
Come on.
yeah, no one actually asked, did you vote?
Mm-hmm.
Out of that whole 10 weeks that they had reaction shows. No one actually asked, hey, did you vote on this list? Only Roddy White was like, I didn't vote. So that's why I don't know anything. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that because apparently every player who's at the Pro Bowl had gotten a ballot to vote on this list. So whether they voted or not is anyone's guess. But pretty much mainly my biggest problem is Joshua Cribbs. Chad Clifton, he shouldn't be on there either. But a kick returner, come on. Anyways, we gotta move on to our next segment.